you a citizen of Commerce?
I'm a citizen of Oklahoma.
Of Commerce?
No.
Okay, then you don't have a right to be in here.
Oh, I don't have a right?
No.
Who are you to tell me I don't have a right?
I'll call the marshals and we'll discuss it that way.
Is there something illegal about that?
Now that you've been warned, if you did it again, yes.
Really? I want to go get arrested. Where's that mayor's office at?
Talk right up here.
Really? You gonna come arrest me? Let's go.
Today we traveled to Commerce, Oklahoma, where apparently you are not allowed in the courthouse unless you are a citizen of that city. Because that's exactly what the cops were called on us for. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Huh?
Can I help you?
No, I'm just taking some pictures.
Who are you with?
I didn't say it.
I'm sorry?
I'm with myself, by myself.
And so you just walking around our building?
Yeah, freely. It's a public space, right?
Not, some of it is, but not up through our personal offices up here are not.
Oh, well, I didn't see any signs.
Are you a citizen of Commerce?
I'm a citizen of Oklahoma.
Of Commerce?
No.
Okay, then you don't have a right to be in here.
Oh, I don't have a right?
No.
Who are you to tell me I don't have a right?
I'll call the marshals and we'll discuss it that way.
So are they the pound too? Because there's lots of them.
Yeah, well, they issue, apparently, to own a dog in this town, it costs you $10 a year. You have to buy a pet tag every year. Yeah, you're only renting your dogs here in Commerce, Oklahoma.
Apparently.
Yeah, fail to pay them, and I hear they repossess them.
Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, they're gonna come get bingo.
Oh, that's funny. We're coming to get bingo. That's crazy.
And look at you read this. This is from Mayor Michael Hart. If you're under the influence of drugs or alcohol, planning on being belligerent, rude, discourteous, or foul-mouthed, come back when you're not. These conditions and behaviors will not be tolerated. Hey, the mayor says you should not be here, sir. They says belligerent, rude people and discourteous people should not be here. You should come back when you're in a better mood. That's from Mayor Michael Hart.
Go sit in the corner and think about what you've done.
Yes. Stand in the corner. Don't sit.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, they're in the right to sit.
I guess my parents were a little nicer.
Oh, man. Really? No, you had to stand in the corner. Put your nose, and your nose had to be right in it.
Yeah, nose had to be there.
Nose had to be right in it.
Sitting Indian style. You know.
Oh, no. We didn't get into that sitting down stuff. Oh, there's the marshal. There's the marshals. Let's go talk to the marshal. You want to talk to the marshal?
Yeah. I want to stay in here.
Let's go talk to the marshal. You want to talk to the marshal? Having a good day?
Not too bad so far.
They bugging you?
We do what?
They bugging you? You gonna go educate them?
Hey, can I sit here with you?
You got your body cam on?
I sure do.
Okay, great. Freaking amazing. I've never seen one of these in person. Take me up, Chris.
Going up, Scotty.
Take me up.
Beam me up, Scotty.
No, it's the same one. It's a different one. I'm gonna sit right here. Film this comes in.
You see the big tall guy, redhead?
Straight through that door to the right hand side. I think he's letting them know that filming is legal and educating them is what my guess is. He went straight to them, so
Did he?
yeah.
Okay.
So are you guys with the Courthouse rod?
Yeah,
And then you're cross deputized, I guess?
yeah, in Ottawa County, and then
So y'all kind of cover commerce for them? They
Yep.
kind of staying down there? That's good. Y'all been doing that about a year?
Yeah, I guess it's been about a year.
Look, quite frankly, a lot of these small towns should cut their police forces and go to something else. There's so many of them that you see there's 2 or 3 cops, and they don't have enough money to.
That's how I started out, was in one like that.
No, but they don't have enough money to maintain the equipment. They don't have enough money to pay the officers. Like one town we were just in, and they hired a new officer, $12 an hour.
Yeah.
Like why? Who in their right mind
Would work that.
would right? I mean, one, who would work for that much? Two, who would work where you had to deal with the kind of people y'all had to deal with?
Yeah, and do what y'all
for
do.
$12 an hour.
Right, yeah.
I mean,
It's insane to me.
I don't know. I started in Kansas, but in Kansas they have part-time officers.
What guard were you in? Army?
Army.
Okay, very cool. Thanks for your service.
It's all right, I got paid for it.
Did you
That's
go,
what
did
they
you
all
go over
say.
to Iraq or Afghanistan while you were
Yeah,
over there?
I went to both those.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was your job when you were in?
I was a 9-2 Alpha. I was an automated
Okay.
logistical specialist.
Okay, I don't know what that means, but
It's like we worked in a warehouse.
I got you. One of my good buddies, he did a lot of time over there, and he was he ran a mortar crew.
Oh, yeah.
And like he went over there in the early
Yeah.
days, so he was
I
running
went over there the first time I was there in the second week of it.
Yeah,
In the second
he was over there in about that time, and he was in Afghanistan with some forward operating base with the SEALs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's like, it was the middle of freaking nowhere. He's like, no running water, no nothing.
Yeah, Afghanistan was different than Iraq. They were happy to see us.
Yeah.
Afghanistan, they were.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you,
that's
you
what-
Not
heard
as happy-
the
not as happy.
you
Not
heard
as
the
happy
at
opium
all.
trade. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, opium's blowing up over there these days,
Yeah.
though. Did you educate them?
Well, it depends on what you mean by educate them.
Tell them that it's constitutionally permissible for people from other cities to walk into their city hall. That's what they seem to have a problem with when he came in, was that
Mhm.
he's not from Commerce. So I don't think that's a requirement to walk into a city hall.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with you being here in City Hall. The only problem they have is going in places that are not available to the public.
Yeah, so they had to put up, as I'm sure you know, a sign that says restricted access, authorized personnel, or some barrier to mark the areas where the public's not allowed. Otherwise, the public wouldn't have any way to know where they are and aren't allowed, right?
Potentially.
I mean,
know
you
that
tell me,
they-
if I go into a city hall and there's not a sign that says restricted area, or a lock on the door like there is that one,
Mhm.
how would a citizen that's in the building know? I had to go wander in to find the restroom.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying?
Right, so what they're saying is that you went to the mayor's office, you went into the server room.
Don't say you, because I didn't go anywhere. I came in here to film you guys.
Okay.
The doors were open. I mean,
Someone,
they were
someone of the
open.
two of you did that, is what they're telling me.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there something illegal about that?
Now that you've been warned, if you did it again, yes.
Really? I want to go get arrested. Where's that mayor's office at?
Talk right up here.
Really? You gonna come arrest me? Let's go. Because I don't see a restricted access sign.
There has to be a sign.
Where's the sign that says I can't go up here? Do you see a sign? You got to demarcate this.
So, I'm trying to tell you right now that there's not
You
a
can't
sign.
tell me though. You understand? You can't. You
You have
don't have the
authority.
authority to tell me. You work for the marshal service. You don't work for the city. You can't restrict
We
the
do
access
it
up
for the
here.
city. We do it for the city.
I know you're dual sworn, but you don't have the authority to enact policy for this city. Don't bite off more than you can chew. I do this every day,
Mhm.
right? Just don't. You were doing so well when you were explaining to them that we had the right to film.
You was.
I
So
didn't
stick
say
with that
anything-
one.
I didn't say anything about your right to film.
Well, you should know we have a right.
Right, but I didn't tell them one way or the other on that.
You didn't.
should've.
You didn't educate. Why didn't you educate them? Maybe it would have saved you guys a trip.
That didn't come up. The only problem that they have is that you're going into areas that they don't want you to be in, that are not.
One in one hand and shit in the other, and see which one fills up faster, right? That's what I was saying. My grandfather
Or
used
what
to
law
always
was
say.
broken. There's law
Right.
enforcement.
I don't want a lot of things. They don't want him. Look, they told him they don't want him filming because he's not from the city of Commerce. I don't care what they want.
See, I have no problem with you filming. I have no problem with you being here. There's
Right.
just certain areas they don't want you in that
Right.
are not accessible to the public.
They are. Look, this.
Right.
This is accessible. Watch. You want to come up here? Have
No,
you been up here? I've not been
well
up
where
here.
you can physically walk up.
Look, I can walk right in here. This is the mayor's office. How would somebody know? You want to come look? Because maybe you want to tell them to put up a little thing across this area that says, "Do not go back here."
And I'm not saying that's a bad idea. But what I am saying.
Well, that's the only way they can restrict the area.
And until that's implemented.
But don't threaten to arrest me. I'm always in for a good time.
We never threatened.
What county-
We
what
never
county are we
threatened to
in?
arrest you. You asked if you had broken any laws.
Oh, we're in Ottawa County. Oh, yeah. Let's go to the sheriff's department.
I never threatened to arrest you. You asked.
You
if
told me I can't go there, and that if I did, I could be arrested. Since you warned
I
me,
never
your
said
warning
that I
means
would
nothing
arrest
to
him.
me.
Have I said that I would arrest him? No.
Is there something illegal about that?
Now that you've been warned, if you did it again, yes. You asked if you'd broke any laws, and I said not yet.
But if we went back
But
in
if I
there.
went back in there, you told me I was
you'd
going to be breaking the law.
you'd
What
be
law am I going to
we
be
should be
breaking?
arrestable.
Trespass. You've been told that you can't go in there.
From you?
Correct.
You're
You
trespassing.
think you have? So you're trespassing. You can tell me if I go there under threat of arrest, I will be arrested. Pick
I
your
have-
words very carefully, because that's a federal lawsuit. Your threat of arrest will be enough for a 1983 action.
Anything you'd like to add?
Huh?
We ain't got nothing against you guys. This is the law, man. That's all.
You
it's-
laugh. I filed 5 1983 actions this year.
So this is what you do?
No, we're actually here doing a thing on Route 66.
Yeah,
we're going
we
to take
are.
a Model A and we're going to start it.
We're doing the thing
here
on
in
Mickey
Commerce.
Mantle
We're
and
just
stuff.
at Dairy King. We're going to do a whole Route 66 Model A from here all the way to San Bernardino, California.
So what triggered this interaction?
Restroom.
Yeah, we had to go use the bathroom. And we wanted the pictures of the Mickey Mantle.
Dairy
You guys-
King
And you guys
doesn't have a
honor
restroom.
Mickey Mantle all through here. There's Mickey
Uh-huh.
Mantle
Right.
memorabilia. So we're
Did you get down here and talk to him?
No.
I came and used the restroom. That's all I did. He came in here.
So when I came in here, I walked around for like 15 minutes almost.
Uh-huh.
And nobody said anything. And then he came up and told me I couldn't be in here because I wasn't from Commerce City.
So I want to make sure I'm clear. You're telling me that where is it that I can't go to get arrested so we can do it again so you can arrest me? Where is it I can't go based on what you're telling me?
This is public area out here.
Where's not a public area?
I have no problem with you being out here.
Great. Where's the non-public area?
I would say anywhere past those staircases is non-public.
How would somebody know that?
They
You're
will
just
explain-
talking out. You're talking out of your
You're
ass.
being made aware of it now.
But look,
you don't have the authority to tell me. So are you telling me under threat of arrest if I walk down there in that hall that you're going to arrest me?
and you got to go up those stairs to go to the bathroom. It gives you a sign.
You want to see if you can get me to arrest you.
Actually, at this time, what I want is for you to tell me. See, I don't need you to actually arrest me. I can see you one of two ways. One, you can arrest me, or two, you can threaten me with arrest. Those are the only two things that I need for cause of action on a 42 U.S.C. 1983 action. So I'm just trying to figure out, are you telling me under threat of arrest
So
that I'm not allowed to go up there?
the whole reason for you being here is so you can file a lawsuit.
Now it is. Because you opened your mouth and said something stupid, so now I'm gonna challenge it. I like the Constitution.
What did I say that was stupid?
That I can't go in a publicly accessible area that's open to the general public. Anybody from the public can walk up there. You can't restrict my access because you don't like me or I have this camera. You can't do it.
No, that's
Or
not.
not
If you're
in
gonna
the
restrict
city.
my access, you have to restrict everybody's access. If the
Everyone's
public,
access is restricted.
no, it is not.
It's not physically
Are you-
restricted.
No, it's
Right.
not.
If there's a door
There
open,
you go.
If
All-
there's
all
a
it
door
takes is
open
a
to a
sign.
household, you can't just walk into it because of
That's okay.
That's a public-
Are you
that's not
seriously
public.
that dumb?
Yeah, you're-
That you just gave me an example of a private residence over a public government building that's open to the general public.
So you should.
This
be
is
able
called a
to-
limited because it's called a
so you
limited
should be
public
able to
forum.
Walk into
Yes,
any
yes.
government building as deep as you want.
Yes. Yes. As
Until
long
I
as
can
there's
do a
no
restricted
signs.
access sign. It's a
Yes.
limited public forum where the public is allowed to go during the hours of operations into the areas that are not restricted. I'm trying to educate you. Now, if they want to put up a sign right there, says authorized personnel, if I walk past that, I've now walked past a very clear barrier to what's going
You're
on.
fine.
I've
Go
told
ahead
them.
and handle your
words
business.
mean shit, though.
Handle
you gotta
your business.
understand that. They don't mean a damn thing. You can't tell me I can't go in an area in this building. They got to demarcate it. You don't have the authority to administer the rules over this
They
place.
can-
That's a rule. That's not a law. Where he wants to
That's
restrict
the
this,
law.
where he wants to restrict in this place has to be done by the mayor and the board.
There's a man that called the guys with guns.
Are any of y'all mayors and members of the board that I'm not aware of?
No.
Great.
I'm on the air right now.
Did you explain to him that you're being stupid? Why did you call because he doesn't live in Commerce? He said you called the cops because he doesn't live in Commerce and somebody who doesn't live here doesn't have the right to be here.
Call the marshals.
I asked him to identify himself.
Why does he have
Who are
to?
you,
Because I
sir?
asked him to.
Because you're God? Who are you to demand that he get down on his knees and suck your
Are we allowing this?
It's First Amendment protected activity. I'm sure they're allowing it. I'm sure they've read Cohen v.
Are you
California or been
disbarred
educated.
on Facebook or something like
I'm
that?
suspended, but not disbarred
What
yet.
do you mean suspended?
Doing things like this.
Exposing guys like you.
Exposing people like you for doing shit like this.
And what is that I'm doing?
Calling the cops.
Being a public servant that is trying to deny people their right to exercise their First Amendment rights. That's what you're doing. You're wasting the Marshals Service getting them over here to try to explain things that they don't understand.
And I'm sure they don't.
So you're just generally wasting our time. I'd have been out of here 20 minutes ago had you not called the cops. We just don't leave when somebody calls the cops.
No, that's not what you do.
So do you want to rethink things?
we walked
See,
in,
look,
I went in
he's
there.
got. Do you see that little thing he put in there to restrict somebody's access?
That's proper.
Look, that's proper. Now, when he puts up another one that says I can't come up here, that'd be proper. It would be demarcated that the public is not allowed there. See the difference?
Absolutely. I don't
Okay.
disagree with the fact that that sign would let you know.
Great. Without letting me know, not an arrestable
Puts the public
offense.
on notice,
Right.
proper.
You have to put the public on notice to where they're not allowed to go. It truly is a limited public forum. I'm not here after hours, and I'm not in restricted areas. Everything that we're doing is absolutely legal. The 10th Circuit has made that very clear. And since you guys walked in, and the reason why I came in here is to film you, well, there's a 2022 10th Circuit case that makes it very clear that I have the absolute right to follow you anywhere in public and film you.
And speaking
So
of-
right now, I'm just filming you guys.
Can I get you to identify and you to identify?
Yeah, we need to get the body cams.
You can submit a request to get our body cams.
Yeah.
I'm Marshall Doty, Marshall 25.
Where's y'all's offices located?
Are you bud?
I'm Marshall Warner, Marshall 18.
Cool, man. Thank you.
And where are your offices located?
58 150 East 66 Road.
And you're with the Quapaw Marshal Service? Or?
Correct.
Okay. You guys got anything else? I'm about done here if you guys are. Unless you want to give me any more unconstitutional directives. I don't really have a need
I
to.
just want everybody to get along.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
We were getting along until you came out of the office with this whole "I'm God and I can command you to do whatever" attitude. I just don't take very well to
I
that.
don't want you in the
He
office.
just talks
man.
loud, so.
Yeah, that's all we're after. That's all
We're not in the
Common
offices.
courtesy. This is the Midwest.
I was sitting in the chair when you
in.
came in. Actually, when you came in, I followed you from behind. I was outside.
Because I'm sure if
When he
you
came
wanted
in,
to
I was
ask
sitting in that
them
chair
and
waiting
found
for
somebody
you.
and Said, hey, can I film all this? They've been more than happy to help you.
But they don't have
But
to.
instead,
Their
you want to go
permission,
this route.
their permission doesn't matter. The point is that we don't have to have their permission. That's the point of the whole thing. You talked about going and serving your country to fight for freedoms. Some of those freedoms are ones that are guaranteed. We don't have to beg and plead and ask for our freedoms, right? No, but they want us to ask for the freedom to record and walk around a publicly accessible area. You can't do that. I don't take to being demanded where I have to beg for my freedom.
Courtesy dictates that you tell somebody what you're doing.
Courtesy and freedoms are two
come
different
on.
things. It might be nice to do, but it's not required to do.
You know, I've learned
There is a
in my life,
difference,
It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yeah.
especially with a lot of these
Oh, yeah.
cities.
You know what I'm saying?
So, Dodie, you got anything? You want to threaten me with arrests or not to go anywhere? Or are we just going to call this good?
Threatened you with arrest.
I mean, I think the video proves otherwise, but we'll see.
When did I say that?
Is there something illegal about that?
Now that you've been warned, if you did it again, yes.
Again, we'll let the video speak for itself. We'll see what it says. I didn't plan to have any issues here. I just literally came to use the restroom. So again, we like to film, and I like to film, and I truly like jerks like that want to act like they are God, because it proves the fact that we've got a problem in this country. But at the end of the day, content only comes if somebody wants to act like a Karen, and he wanted to act like a Karen.
And we shine good light on people a lot of times, normally.
Right.
Like a lot of times.
And then you come in here, you can't do this, you can't. Go check with somebody before you start dictating that.
Tell them the law.
Check with somebody.
We can do this.
You know, you don't have to get in the middle of their issue. You don't have to break the law by telling me I can't go do something and chill my constitutional protected activities by your threat of arrest. Or you're implying that I might be arrested. Are you implying that I was breaking the law if I did it again? Because that chills my exercising of my constitutional rights, which is enough to bring an action. I got federal cases pending in Mississippi. I got them pending in Oklahoma. I mean,
So this is
it's
the
what I
thing-
do.
So this is what the thing you do.
No,
I just don't like people violating my rights.
It's a thing we run into for filming, so it's just kind of a,
So yeah, if somebody violates my rights, I tend to have a lawsuit. But typically, only when they put their hands on me.
We never told you.
Situations like this, no, I just let it go.
Yeah,
but
We never told you you couldn't film.
no, you told me that I couldn't go into an area that I can publicly access, and that's where you run into the problem, because I have the right to do it. You telling me that I could be breaking the law by doing it chills and causes me concern to where I might not exercise my rights. That makes sense? And that is why the mere threat of action is enough to have standing, as
You
what we're
keep
looking
using the
for.
word threat. I don't remember a threat.
A threat doesn't have to be implicit.
You just said could be.
The threat doesn't have to be
It,
implicit.
it does have to be according to the law.
And like I told you, I have no plans on suing you. You haven't pushed it far enough, and I can't get you to say the magic words to where I feel like I have enough. So you're okay. And quite frankly, I've only ever sued somebody that put their hands on me. I got no interest in that. And every time I settle for little money donated to charity. It's not for the money. I really just don't like government telling me I can't do things that I can do. But I would tell you, the problem that you've got with restricting the entire area is then you don't make a publicly available restroom.
Yeah.
Which is a violation of the Americans with Disability Act.
Right, and that's something that maybe should be discussed with the City of Commerce, but I don't have anything to do with that.
I know, but you tried to get in the middle of it. Sometimes just let Karens be Karens
Yeah,
and stay
you can't-
out of
you
it.
can't
Be like,
enforce
hey, they're
people's
fine to
feelings,
film. They're not
guys.
hurting anybody. You just said, hey, what are you guys up to? We just said, we're filming around for this, and we'd have been out of here. I'd have been out of here long ago. And we wouldn't have had to have a displeasant conversation. Again, we were having a nice conversation, waiting for you to finish up your talking there.
Sure.
Once he said the cops were called, that's why I got out.
Hey, I got a
But
question
that's
for
the
you guys.
thing. I will make sure that going forward that these, if it's not a court
There
date,
you go.
they'll have these up.
Look,
Perfect.
They'll have those up.
but see, the fact that they didn't have it up, I got a cool shot.
And we
of Mickey
affected
Mantle
change.
Way and the other road street sign that's up there. I got a cool shot of the City of Commerce's logo and stuff that I'm going to use in a video. So all we did was get some stuff that we call B-roll
Sure.
to use in a video.
Sure.
About
And
a
I'm
damn
sure
Model A
had
rolling
that-
down 66.
And I'm sure had that been up and you asked, they would have taken it down and escorted you
Perhaps.
out.
Wouldn't
and
have.
all that stuff.
I've
Yeah.
never asked to go
Believe
through.
it or not.
I've never
Right,
asked
sure.
or tried to go into an authorized personnel area.
If you enjoyed this video and want to see more audits, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you haven't already, check out our main channel, Guerrilla Publishing. where we post more in-depth, long-form documentary-style videos. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.